2, 1.
Hi Renaissance Academy, this is Ariana Queenan with Gaby Rodriguez. She actually faked her pregnancy for her senior project and she wrote a book called The Pregnancy Project. So we're here just to ask why she did it and how she did it. So after you faked your pregnancy, I just want to know, where are you going to go from here? Like, how are you going to make your name last and stay relevant?
I just plan on being a normal college student. I'm currently in my second quarter of college and kind of want to continue going to college and try to be as normal as possible.
Okay. So, is there any one underlying message that anyone who reads the book, anyone who sees your movie that's going to be coming out on January 28th at 8 o'clock on Lifetime, anyone who hears the story, whether it's also on the internet, is there anything that you want them to take from this?
I feel like so many people can learn so many different things through this in regards to teen pregnancy and being aware of their body and making the right decisions, because it's not worth one night of sex for an entire path of struggles. And also for those who feel that it's okay to ostracize teen moms, that to realize that their life is hard enough and they need support and encouragement to continue their education. And for anyone who finds themselves in that situation of being a teen parent or in any other struggle, to gain that strength for themselves and feel like they can push forward and continue their education.
So, this is a little bit off the topic, but how do you feel about the show 16 and Pregnant and the show Teen Mom?
I feel that their show kind of shows a little bit of the struggles that teen parents go through, but it doesn't it kind of in a way glamorizes teen pregnancy, because these girls get pregnant and next thing they know that they're on a TV show and on front of magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, you mentioned at the presentation that you had a large family. So how do you want your nieces and nephews to perceive Aunt Gaby after she pulled this stunt, I guess you could say?
I feel that my nieces and nephews can use this as an inspiration to, fight for their goals, and not necessarily kind of the glamorizing part of it or the media, but just the message overall.
Do you have any nieces and nephews who understand what you've done now, or are they all too young?
No, I have a couple of nieces and nephews that are 13, 14, 15, and 16, and so they have an idea of what it's like to go through high school and kind of have that peer pressure, but also feel that they want to be prepared for their future.
That's good. So, you said that you're able to be connected with on Facebook and on Twitter. So do you actually interact with any of your fans, so to speak, or do you have people who say, Gaby, you're such an inspiration?
Absolutely. I feel that, that's why I'm on Facebook and on Twitter. If anybody tries to get a hold of me, I'm more than willing to answer any questions, comments, and anything.
So, you mentioned that you come from this little valley in Seattle, Washington?
No, Toppenish, Washington.
Sorry, Toppenish, Washington. So, do you feel as if you're a celebrity?
In a way, a lot of people do come up to me and like, oh, I've heard your story, I absolutely love it, and kind of see it as this big thing, but at the same time I try being this normal person going to college and continuing my life, and still want people to get to know me for me and not just for the project.
Yeah. Does your boyfriend get as much publicity as you do?
Not as much, just because he hasn't done as much interviews and everything as I have. He started doing the kind of beginning interviews, and some people do recognize him from those first interviews, but I've kind of gone more with it, and not as much people know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that you want to continue to be a normal teenager. So does that mean there are going to be no programs or websites, or should we expect something after this movie and book?
Well, you can get a lot of information from SimondandSchuster.com, from the Lifetime, but as far as me putting more things out there, I feel like I want things to calm down a little bit and the media to kind of go down so that I continue my college.
Okay. So, on the more personal side of Gaby Rodriguez, who do you like in music?
I'm a big fan of pretty much anything except for some country and like metal rock, but I pretty much listen to everything.
What's the last movie you've seen?
The last movie I've seen, wow, The Darkest Hour, I would say. And it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good.
So, is it any type of fiasco ever going out in public? Do you get, oh wait, that's Gaby?
I would say in kind of my area sometimes, the area that I live in, not necessarily in kind of going across the country, but sometimes I do get a little attention going around to the stores and stuff.
Is it ever overwhelming? Do you ever think, oh, I just wish I was Gaby before all of this?
Definitely going through the media and interviews here and there and school presentations and book signings and everything. It gets overwhelming, but it's a fun experience as well.
Do you ever view yourself differently as, wait, I'm Gaby Rodriguez. I wrote a book. I have a movie of my life. I faked my pregnancy at my school. I made the front newspaper. Or do you feel the same?
I feel the same. I was telling my publicist earlier that I still can't get used to the idea when people present me as Gaby Rodriguez, the author of the Pregnancy Project. And it's still kind of eerie to me, but I'm slowly getting used to it and kind of want to stay away from these titles and still be Gaby Rodriguez as a normal person.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget, January 28th at 8 o'clock on Lifetime. There's a movie. Is it called The Pregnancy Project,
Yes,
actually?
it is.
Oh, and it's called The Pregnancy Project, too. And please don't forget to purchase her book. It is where it's sold anywhere books are sold. And it's #1 with Amazon right now in its category.
Yes, in its category.
So, yeah. Gaby Rodriguez. Ariana. Gaby Rodriguez. Ariana Queenan.